Council looking ahead to next year and a growing budget. That meeting just wrapping up here in the past hour, passing an $800 million budget.
And it's also an opportunity for the public to give some feedback. Sophia Gernander has been at the meeting all evening and has what we need to know right now.
The Wichita City Council voting to adopt the fiscal budget for 2027 following public comment that criticized lack of funding for the public library and property tax increases. The meeting began at 6 p.m. Public comment on the budget did not wrap up until 9. 67% of the city's budget is going to fire and police. There's also money being set aside to address homelessness. The public library spoke, saying their branches need more funding and saying that under this budget they will have to reduce their hours. Mayor Lily Wu acknowledged the need for public libraries, but she maintains that the city can't give the library everything they're asking for, saying the budget will experience shortfalls over the next few years. The final budget passed funded the library about 40% of what they are asking for.
We have been looking at a plan that calls for closing at 7. No weekend openings at all.
I cannot, in good faith, move forward with having the city manager's proposal of adding $375,000 if it's still going to reduce library hours.
The final budget is about $800 million. In Wichita, Sophia Gernander, 12 News.